In present video, I am going to explain about 12th problem from consignment accounts lesson. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter Second Year Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about consignment topic. Let us see the question first. Ragamayi of Cochin consigned 200 cases of Ayurvedic medicines to Sri Charani of Hyderabad. So Ragamayi is one trader. She is living in Cochin. She wants to sell the goods on consignment basis. So she selected Sri Charani as her agent. So she is living in Hyderabad. So not only in Cochin, Ragamayi wants to sell her goods in Hyderabad also. So she is sending goods to Sri Charani on consignment basis. She sent 200 cases to Sri Charani. The cost of each case is 400 rupees and the invoice price is 500 rupees per case. So this invoice price concept I explained in previous video. That is 11th problem related video. So first 11 problems videos links are available in the description box. I request you to watch 11th problem related video first. Then only we'll understand this 12th problem. In 11th problem about invoice price clearly I explained. One case cost price is 400 rupees and invoice price is 500 rupees. Ragamayi paid 1200 rupees towards packing and carriage. So to send these goods, consignor incurred 1200 rupees expenditure. Sri Charani informed through account sales that 180 cases are sold at 520 rupees each. So consignee received 200 cases and consignee sold 180 cases at the rate of 520 rupees each. So unsold stock is 200 minus 180 is equal 20 cases. So in present problem unsold stock is there. Therefore in working notes unsold stock value also we should calculate, and in consignment account we have to consider that amount also. Expenses paid by Sri Charani were freight 800 rupees. Freight expenses means transport expenses. So she spent 800 rupees towards freight charges. Commission has to be calculated at 5% on sales. Consignee gets commission on this sales now. So sales amount 180 rupees into 520. On that amount, consignee is entitled to take 5% commission. So there is no proper information about this commission. Commission is of three types: normal commission or ordinary commission, del credit commission and overriding commission. As there is no proper information in the question, our assumption is this is normal commission. Prepare consignment account and consignee's account in the books of Ragamayi. Even though he is asking only two accounts in consignor's books, we prepare a full-fledged problem. That is ledger of consignor. In ledger, consignment account, consignee's account and goods sent on consignment account we prepare. Then ledger of consignee. In that ledger, consignor's account also we prepare. So in consignor's books, we prepare three accounts now. First account name is Hyderabad consignment account. Ragamayi is living in Cochin. Sri Charani is living in Hyderabad. So consignee's areas names we should add for consignment account, not consignor's areas name. Why we prepare this consignment account? To know the profit or loss in consignment business. Means consignment account is a nominal account. So nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As per that rule, consignment business related expenses and losses we have to show on debit side of this account. Consignment business related incomes and gains we have to show on credit side. Next come to Sri Charani account, consignee's account. Consignor prepares consignee's account to know about the due amount. So consignee sold our goods for some amount. From that sales amount, she deducts her expenses, her commission and the remaining amount she has to pay to us. So how much money she should pay to us? To know about that, in consignor's books, consignor prepares consignee's account. and consignor prepares goods sent on consignment account to know the details of goods sent on consignment basis. So first one, consignment account. Think from consignor's point of view now, because in consignor's books we are preparing these three accounts. Heading is ledger of Ragamai. So first what happened? Consignor is sending 200 cases on consignment basis. So for consignment business, this is one type of expenditure, because 200 into 500 is equal to 1 lakh worth of goods we are sending on consignment. It represents the value of goods sent on consignment. So as this is one type of expenditure, in consignment account debit side we should post that. What to write for that? We are sending goods on consignment basis from, that meaning should come. So to goods sent on consignment account, amount, consignor is sending 200 cases at the rate of, now the doubt is, cost price of one case is 400 rupees and invoice price of one case is 500 rupees. Which price we should take here? Always invoice price we should take, into 500 rupees each, 1 lakh rupees. So based on this posting, let us frame the entry for this transaction. When goods are sent on consignment basis, in consignor's books entry is, in Hyderabad consignment account, debit side we want to post like this. Then while writing the journal entry in consignor's books, Hyderabad consignment account should be debited. Amount 1 lakh rupees. 2. In particulars column we wrote 2 goods sent on consignment. So that account name we should credit 1 lakh rupees. So final entry is Hyderabad consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. As consignment account is debited, in consignment account debit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? Other account name, credit account name, goods sent on consignment account. Similarly, we are preparing goods sent on consignment account also, and in journal entry goods sent on consignment account is credited. Therefore in this account on credit side we should post this entry. And what to write in particulars column? Other side, debit side account name, by Hyderabad consignment account. Amount is 1 lakh rupees. Next, consignor's expenditure 1200 rupees. So consignor is paying 1200 rupees to send these goods on consignment basis. To consignment business, this 1200 is expenditure. As consignment account is a nominal account, expenses are to be debited. So in consignment account, this 1200 rupees should appear on debit side. Then what to write in particulars column? Consignor is paying this 1200 rupees. Our assumption is consignor paid this amount through a check. So from bank money is going. Bank account is a personal account. Actually speaking, bank means here we write one organization name, no? SBI account, HDFC account. So with the firm's name, if we open any account, it is a personal account. Personal account principle, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So bank is giving money to other party. Therefore bank account should be credited. So while writing the journal entry, bank account should be credited with 1200 rupees. And which account we should debit? In consignment account, I want to post this entry on debit side. If I want to post on debit side of consignment account, while writing the journal entry, Hyderabad consignment account should be debited. Then only debit side it comes. So this is the final entry for expenses of consignor in consignor's books. So Hyderabad consignment account data to bank account. As consignment account is debited, in consignment account debit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? Other account name, credit account name, that is bank account. Next, we credited bank account, but in present problem bank account we are not preparing, because this is consignment related accounts. Therefore, we need not to show second time posting anywhere. Consignee sold 180 cases at the rate of 520 rupees each. For consignment business, this sale is an income. Incomes are to be credited to consignment account because consignment account is a nominal account. So credit side we should post. So if you want to post on credit side of consignment account, while writing the journal entry for sales, Hyderabad consignment account should be credited. Then only in Hyderabad consignment account credit side we can post. And which account is to be debited? At present, Sri Charani sold these goods. In future, she has to pay that sale proceeds to us. So from Sri Charani, that sales amount should come to us. Means, for the sale amount, Sri Charani is becoming a debtor. So because she has to pay the amount to us. Debtor means asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, consignee's account, Sri Charani's account, we should debit. So final entry for sale in consignor's books is Sri Charani's account debtor to Hyderabad consignment account. As Hyderabad consignment account is credited in the entry, in Hyderabad consignment account credit side we should post this entry. And what to write in particulars column? We debited Sri Charani's account. Write down that. Amount is consignee sold 180 cases at the rate of 520 rupees each. 180 into 520 is equal to 93,600. Same entry appears in Sri Charani's account also. Because in journal entry we debited Sri Charani's account also. So as Sri Charani account is debited in the entry, in her account debit side we should post this entry. And what to write in particulars column? Other side account name, credit account name, Hyderabad consignment account. Same amount, 93,600 rupees. Next, come to consignee's expenditure. For consignment business, as it is an expenditure, in consignment account debit side we should post. Amount 800 rupees. So if you want to post on debit side of consignment account, while writing the journal entry, Hyderabad consignment account should be debited with 800 rupees. Then which account we should credit? At present, Sri Charani paid this 800. But in future, consignor has to return these 800 rupees to consignee. So to the consignor, consignee is becoming a creditor for this 800 rupees. So creditor means liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, we should credit consignee's account. So this is the entry for consignee's expenses in consignor's books. And how to post this? As consignment account is debited, in consignment account debit side we should post. And what to write in particulars column? We created Sri Charani's account. Write down that. Sri Charani's account also we are preparing. As that account is credited in entry, in Sri Charani's account, credit side we should post this entry. And what to write in particulars column? Other side, debit side account name. By Hyderabad consignment account. Same amount, 800 rupees. Next, commission of consignee in consignor's books. For consignment business, this commission is an expenditure. Expenditure means in consignment account debit side we should write. If you want to post on debit side of consignment account, while writing the journal entry, consignment account should be debited. Hyderabad consignment account debtor to whom we should pay this commission? To consignee. So for this commission amount also, consignee is becoming a creditor because we have to pay. Creditor means liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, we should credit consignee's account. Commission amount is on sales 5% we should calculate. Sales amount 93,600 into 5 by 100. 936 into 5. 4,680. As consignment account is debited in the entry, in consignment account, debit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? To Sri Charani account. Same entry appears in Sri Charani's account also. As that account is credited in Sri Charani's account, credit side we should post. Debit account name by Hyderabad consignment account 4680. So remember, for consignee's expenses, for consignee's commission, in consignor's books, same entry we should write. Because in these two cases, both are expenses to us. For consignment business, consignee's expenses, consignee's commission, both are expenses. And these two amounts, consignor should pay to consignee. So for these two amounts, consignee is becoming a creditor. Therefore, for these two transactions, same entry comes. Next come to unsold stock calculation. Consignor sent 200 cases on consignment. But consignee sold only 180 cases. So 200 minus 180 is equal to 20 cases are unsold. So in working notes, first that unsold stock value we should calculate. Then by using the journal entries, we should show that the amount in consignment account. Let us see the unsold stock calculation. Calculation of unsold goods value. Unsold goods value. How many are unsold? 20 cases at the rate of 500 rupees each. One product cost price is 400 and the invoice price is 500. When invoice price is given in the question, while calculating unsold stock value, we should consider invoice price only. Reason for that I explained in 11th problem. 20 cases into 500 is equal to 10,000 rupees. To this, proportionate expenses, that would be direct expenses of consignor and consignee we should add. So expenses are of two types. Direct expenses, indirect expenses. Direct expenses means non-recurring expenses. The expenses which are spent only for one time. Indirect expenses means recurring expenses. The expenses which are spent again and again. So consignor's expenses are always direct expenses. Because on these goods, only for one time he spends this 1200 rupees. As it is direct expenditure, while calculating unsold stock value, consignor expenses we should consider. And proportionate expenses we should take. Proportionate expenses means what? This 1200 is spent on total cases, 200 cases. But we want that value of 20 cases only. So 20 cases related expenditure is known as proportionate expenditure. How to calculate that? On 200 cases, if consignor expenditure is 1200 rupees, on 20 cases, how much? 1200 divided by 200 into 20 is equal to 120 rupees. So on 20 cases, consignor spent 120 rupees. Write down that here. Plus proportionate direct expenses of consignee, Sri Charani. So here while writing the name, I have not written A, no. Spelling is SRICHARARANI. So negligible mistake. Therefore, I am not correcting that. On 200 cases, consignee spent 800 rupees expenditure. And in question he has given that this 800 is spent towards freight expenses. So freight charges are direct expenses. Because consignee to collect these goods from railway station or from airport, she spent this 800 rupees. So transportation charges on these particular goods are spent by consignee only for one time. So freight expenses of consignee is direct expenditure. Therefore, we should consider while calculating unsold stock value. And proportionate expenses we should consider. On 200 cases, consignee spent 800 rupees. On 20 cases, expenditure of consignee is how much? That is the question. So, on 200 if expenditure is 800, on 20 cases, how much? 800 divided by 200 into 20 is equal to 80. So, this 80 also we should consider here. Then, Add these three amounts, then you will get unsold stock value. So unsold stock value is 10,200 rupees. Now this amount in consignment account we should post. So what is the entry for that? When goods are sent on consignment, we are writing that on debit side. So from these goods, how much they are selling, we are writing on credit side. Therefore, if any remaining goods are left over with the consignee, that information also credit side only we should write. So in consignment account, credit side we should write unsold stock details. Means while writing the journal entry, consignment account should be credited. So there is no place here to write. So I am writing here to Hyderabad consignment account. Amount is 10,200. Then which account we should debit? In consignment there is unsold stock. So to indicate that, we should create consignment stock account with unsold stock value 10,200. So in consignment books, for unsold stock, what is the entry? Consignment stock account data to Hyderabad consignment account. So out of these two accounts, we are preparing Hyderabad consignment account now, and that account is credited in the entry. Therefore, this entry on credit side of consignment account we should post. And what to write in particulars column? Debit account name, consignment stock account, 10,200 rupees. And consignment stock account we are not preparing here. Therefore, second time posting you need not to show anywhere. Next, come to invoice price related adjustments. Goods sent on consignment. Correct price is 400 rupees. No? One case actual price is 400. Invoice price is 500 rupees. So invoice price concept you know. In 11th problem clearly explained. So to keep consignee in dark, so to maintain secrecy of our profits, instead of mentioning cost price, consignor mentions invoice price in the pro forma invoice. So this is not the original price of the goods. So original value of one case is 400 rupees only. So actually how much we should write here? 200 cases into 400 rupees each is equal to 80,000. 80,000 is the correct amount, but we have shown wrong amount, 1 lakh rupees in consignment account on debit side. So how much extra we have written here? 20,000 rupees. 1 lakh minus 80,000, 20,000. This 20,000 is known as loading. Now this loading we should cancel. So in debit side 1 lakh amount, 20,000 if I want to cancel, then that 20,000 I should credit in consignment account. So what to write for that? When goods are sent on consignment, we wrote two goods sent on consignment account. Same account name we should write here. By goods sent on consignment account. How this 20,000 came? Invoice price of total goods minus cost price of total goods. So invoice price of total goods sent. Total goods sent 200 cases into one case invoice price is 500 rupees is equal to 1 lakh rupees minus cost price of total goods sent on consignment. Total goods sent on consignment 200 cases. One case cost price is 400 rupees, 80,000. So the difference is 20,000 rupees. What is the entry for this? In consignment account on credit side, I want to post like this. So while writing the journal entry, Hyderabad consignment account should be credited. And in particulars column, we wrote buy goods sent on consignment account. If I want to write like that, then goods sent on consignment account should be debited. So what is the entry for loading in goods sent on consignment? Goods sent on consignment account data to Hyderabad consignment account. As Hyderabad consignment account is credited, in Hyderabad consignment account credit side we should post. And we are preparing goods sent on consignment account also. In entry, goods sent on consignment account is debited. Therefore, in this account on debit side we should post. What to write in particular column? Other side. Credit side account name. To Hyderabad consignment account. Amount 20,000 rupees. Next come to unsold stock related loading. Here also correct price is 400 rupees now. So unsold stock value we should calculate at a cost price 400 rupees. But we have taken invoice price to calculate unsold stock. Means even this amount is also not correct. Here also loading is there. Excess amount is there. So debit side loading if you want to cancel, you are written on credit side. Similarly, unsold stock we are showing on credit side now. In this unsold stock, if I want to cancel the loading amount, then that loading amount should be debited in consignment account. And what to write in particulars column? Don't follow this rule. So debit amount when I am cancelling here, in particulars column I wrote same account name, goods sent on consignment. Don't follow that here. Means don't write consignment stock word here. For unsold stock related loading cancellation, you should write to stock reserve account. Calculation is unsold stock invoice price minus unsold stock cost price. Observe here. Total goods invoice price minus total goods cost price. But here unsold stock invoice price minus unsold stock cost price. Because here I want to cancel total goods related loading. Here I want to cancel unsold stock goods related loading. So only unsold stock I am taking on debit side. Total goods I am taking on credit side. 10,000 minus 8,000 is equal to 2,000 rupees. So that amount we should show on debit side, 2,000 rupees. Means correct unsold stock value is 8,200. So if you take 400 rupees here, then 8,200 comes. That is the correct price. But 2,000 extra we wrote. So that 2,000 we are cancelling by debiting that amount. So what is the entry for unsold stock related loading cancellation? Hyderabad consignment account data to stock reserve account. Because in Hyderabad consignment account debit side we want to post. And second time posting is not required. Because stock reserve account we are not preparing here. So everything is completed. Finally, we should calculate the profit or loss in consignment account. Credit total is more than debit total. In rough notes, we have to find out these two totals. Credit side total is 1,23,800. Debit side amounts total is 1,08,680. Credit side we wrote consignment business related incomes. Debit side we wrote consignment business related expenses. Income total is more than expenditure total. Therefore, the difference is profit. So in consignment business, there is a profit of 15,120 rupees. This amount is to be transferred to profit and loss account. Means when Ragamayi is preparing final accounts, in profit and loss account, she is going to consider consignment business related profit. So debit side, we should write to profit and loss account. Why on debit side? Because this answer where we should write in consignment account, where the total is less, that side we should write. As debit total is less, debit side we should show this profit amount. Now two sides put the totals. Credit total, debit side, as we have written the difference amount, if you add all these amounts, same amount comes. Next come to consignee's account, Sri Charani's account. Credit total is less, debit total is more. In rough notes, write these two totals minus credit total. Difference is 88,120 rupees. Which side total is less? Credit side. So on credit side, this answer we should write 88,120 rupees. For answer, what to write? What is the meaning of this amount? Consignee sales amount is 93,600. From this amount, she deducts her expenses, her commission, and the remaining amount she sends to us. In question, there is no information regarding this amount. Means how consignee is paying this amount to consignor. There is no information in the question. So our assumption is we are receiving this amount from consignee through a DD, demand draft. Otherwise, through a check. So for this amount, we should write by bank account. What is the entry for this amount? In Sri Charani's account, credit side we are posting bank account. If you want to post like that, while writing the journal entry, Sri Charani's account should be credited, bank account should be debited. So entry is bank account debtor to Sri Charani's account. Two sides put the totals. Next, goods sent on consignment account. Credit total is more than debit total. So credit total 1 lakh rupees minus debit total 20,000 is equal to 80,000 rupees. This 80,000 we have to transfer to either trading account or manufacturing account. We transfer this amount to trading account. So what is the entry for this? In goods sent on consignment account, debit side I want to write to trading account. So in journal entry, goods sent on consignment account should be debited, trading account should be credited. So goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account. So these three are the accounts in the ledger of consignor. Next, consignee's books. Ledger of Sri Charani. Ledger of Sri Charani, in brackets consignee. In consignee's books, only one account we should prepare. That is consignor's account. To know about the due amount. Think from consignee's point of view now. Because in consignee's books we are preparing accounts. First what happened? Consignee received goods on consignment basis. So she records the transaction in stock ledger, not in consignment accounts. So for receiving goods on consignment basis, in consignee's books no need to write any entry. Next what happened? Consignor spent 1200 rupees expenses. So for consignor's expenses, in consignee's books we need not to write any entry. Next, consignee sold 180 cases at the rate of 520 rupees each. For sales, we should write the entry in consignee's books. Because consignee is only selling these goods. What is the entry? Consignee sold goods to customers. As there is no other information, our assumption is this is cash sale. If it is credit sale, he gives that information in the question. So this is cash sale. To consignee, money is coming. Our assumption is through check this amount is coming. That check we deposited in our bank account. So bank account is one account. Bank account is a personal account. Because bank means exactly one bank name we write now. SBI account, HDFC account, etc. So with the firm name, if you open any account, it is a personal account. Personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So we are consignee. Customer gave check to us. We deposited that check in our bank account. So bank balance is increasing. Bank collects the money from customer's bank. So banker is a receiver. So debit the receiver now. Therefore, bank account should be debited. Bank account debtor to. How much money is deposited in bank? We sold 180 cases at the rate of 520 rupees each. 180 into 520 is equal to 93,600 rupees. Which account is to be credited? This amount in future consignee should return to consignor. So for this amount, consignor is becoming a creditor. So creditor means liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, we should credit consignor's name, Ragamayi account. So final entry is bank account data to Ragamayi account. In consignee's books, we are preparing consignor's account, Ragamayi's account. In journal entry, Ragamayi's account is credited. Therefore, this entry credit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? By other account name. Now the other account is bank account. Amount is 93,600 rupees. Next, what happened? Consignee incurred 800 rupees expenditure. So we are consignee, we spent 800 rupees. Our assumption is we paid that amount through a check. So from bank, money is going. Here also bank account is there. So bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here bank is paying money to other party. So bank is a giver. Therefore, we should credit bank account. Expenditure is 800 rupees. Then which account is to be debited? For this 800 rupees, consignee is only an agent. So consignee spent that 800. But in future, she collects that amount from consignor. So for this 800 rupees to consignee, consignor is becoming a debtor because consignor should pay this 800 rupees. Debtor means asset, asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, consignor's name should be debited. Ragamayi account debtor to bank account. So this is the entry in consignee's books for consignee's expenses. So in these two accounts, Ragamayi's account we are preparing and that account is debited. Therefore, this entry on debit side we should post. What to write in particulars column? Other account name, that is bank account, 800 rupees. Next, consignee's commission. So to consignee, this commission is an income. So incomes come under nominal accounts. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As commission is income to consignee, we should credit commission account. To commission account, 4,680. In consignor's books, we calculated this commission amount. No? Write down the same. This commission, from whom we should receive? From consignor. So for this commission amount, consignor becomes a debtor because consignor has to pay this amount. So debtor means asset, asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, consignor's name we should debit. This is the entry for commission in consignee's books. Now, Ragamayi's account is debited. Therefore, in Ragamayi's account, on debit side we should post this entry. In particulars, what to write? We credited commission account. Write down that account name. To commission account. All transactions we are written in consignee's books. So for unsold stock, for invoice price related adjustments, in consignee's books we need not write any entries because consignee is not concerned with all these amounts. So finally balance this account. Credit total is more. First in rough notes, find out credit side total minus debit total. Difference is 88,120. Which side we should write this amount? Where the total is less, that side. So debit side, write down this amount. Two sides put the totals. What is the meaning of this answer? Consignee sold goods for 93,600. From that amount, she deducted her expenses and her commission. Remaining amount is the due amount. Now finally, consignee has to pay 88,120 rupees to consignor. And in question, there is no proper information regarding this amount. So our assumption is she paid this amount through a DD or through check. Therefore, for this amount, we should write to bank account. Based on this posting, let us frame the journal entry. So for due amount, in consignee's books, what is the entry? In consignor's account, debit side we posted as bank. So if you want to post like that, while writing the journal entry, Consignor's name should be debited. Ragamayi account data 2. In particulars column we wrote bank. If you want to write like that, bank account should be credited. Amount is 88,120 rupees. So this is all about 12th problem from consignment lesson. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.